Hey guys, we are That Hippie family. I'm Ashley.
I'm Chad.
And Floyd is napping upstairs right now, so you may or may not see him join this video. Today's video is super exciting because we're gonna go over our home water birth through Chad's perspective.
Woohoo!
We're gonna watch the video that I posted on YouTube after Floyd was born, and he's gonna comment along and tell us what he was kind of thinking or how he was seeing the situation go as we go along.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Floyd is 5 months old now, so it has been 5 months since he was born, and it has been the most amazing 5 months though, right?
Yeah, it really has.
Like, we love being parents.
It's probably the most rewarding thing that I've ever done in my life.
Definitely.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day it's like a surprise and also like a gift. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's a gift. That's a good way of putting it, actually. I just feel so grateful. Just every time I look at him. Still, it hasn't faded at all.
No.
Anyways, let's get rolling. I'm gonna push play.
Yeah, play it.
Pretty sure I'm in labor.
Pretty sure she's
I
in
don't know
labor
if you
too.
can hear me very well because I have my fan in my bedroom on, but I hope that you can. If this is early labor, it's going to be the best talking that I can do, so
Get it out now.
I'm having a contraction right now.
So where were you when I was in bed? You were already at work, right?
Yeah, so when kind of like before I went to work, she was feeling like she was having contractions and stuff like that, and we weren't sure if it was like the time or if it was just more of them Braxton Hicks things. So I was like, you know, I'm like planning to go to work, so I'm just gonna go to work and we'll just, I don't know, stay in communication, and you let me know how you're feeling as you're feeling it, and we'll go from there. And I think I was at work till what, maybe noon?
Yeah, I think about noon.
About noon before I definitely had to come home. So
Because in the beginning it wasn't like too serious.
it gave you time to, one, rest without me there being like, how do you feel, what's going on, blah blah blah, right? Like just stressing you out probably because
Yeah.
I'm like freaking out. So
So how were you feeling in those moments? Were you like, oh my god, it's happening today? Or were you like,
I'm like,
maybe?
Well, no, I definitely, when you woke up, what you were going through and feeling and stuff like that, I knew that it was going to be that day. I definitely was, maybe not that day, but I knew that it was like, it was happening. Like, this is gonna progress because you hadn't felt that way yet. This is different, right? So that's where I was at.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, sorry. They're huge.
I know, that
I've started
belly.
timing
Right.
contractions. They're pretty
It's beautiful though.
consistent,
Thank you.
but not very long.
That day it rained too, do you remember?
Yeah.
It was like the first day it rained all summer.
Yeah.
I ended up being in labor for 18 hours, and I can tell you right now it felt like 4. It goes by so fast. You have no perception of time. You have no idea what's going on around you. You are just like in the zone. I had practiced hypnobirthing, so...
How was the time for you? Like,
It went by really fast. Like, I didn't even think twice about like looking at what time it was or anything like that. It's literally right beside you the whole time. So I wasn't paying attention to any of that. Like,
miss dinner? Like, did you notice that like it was like dinner time and you were hungry and you're like...
I didn't even get hungry. There was like a few times where I kind of was like, oh, I should eat, and I ate like granola bars, but I didn't think or feel like I even had time. Like, it was...
You were in it with me.
There was no point.
You were there like the whole time.
Yeah.
Do you remember the whole day?
Yeah.
I don't remember from the moment she broke my water to the moment that I got in the tub to deliver him.
Yeah, well, you were like pretty much like blackout mode.
This is like earlier when we're in the tub, like when I could still like talk. Like, I remember all this part.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it's just me and you.
Yeah.
Like, the midwife's, like, not even really involved. She's, like, grocery shopping or something. Like, I don't even know what she was doing. But she was, like, out and about. Not concerned. Because she knows. Like, we have no idea. We're like, oh, my God, this is happening, you know? And she's just like, no, you're fine. Like, you're still talking to me.
She's so calm.
Right?
She's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minor. But like minor in time, not minor in pain.
No, I know. Probably minor in pain too.
It's preparing you. It's one of those things where what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So if each one gets more, you're just gonna be super weak.
Words of wisdom, babe.
Yeah, you like that? It's so true, though.
Yeah.
It's the absolute truth.
I'm gonna go get Floyd.
Yeah.
Like start breathing.
Our midwife was amazing. It was such a beautiful day and moment. It was just me and Chad and the midwife in the tiny house. It felt like this sacred little like cove where
Yeah.
the three of us just went on like this magical journey together.
Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to the midwife. Unreal. Shows up. So calm. In a new place every single time. People told us before, when we told them that we were gonna have a kid in our house, people are like, you need to go to a hospital, you need to do this, you need to do that. And we're like, you know, like, I think that a midwife is just good enough, right? And I can say for sure that is probably the best thing that we ever did. You don't have like 5, 10, 6, however many people in there that are just like stressing out the situation. When there's too many eggs in the basket, everybody is like so concerned about their little tiny part that when something fluctuates or changes a little bit, it's like mayhem in there. For us, everything went smooth and we didn't need to have that, right? Like, why start out with the intervention? Why not just like try and do it as natural as possible and see what your body can do, and then also have somebody there that's calm and collective. It's grounding. The greatest experience that it could possibly be. Hi, Mr. Floyd.
We're telling the story of when you were born.
You did? You still sleepy, hey? That's alright.
Actually, when I was laboring in our like dining kitchen area near the bed that we put down,
That picture
was a
says
really
it all.
helpful moment because I was starting to
That's what
get
it was
really
like. That's all I
intense
remember.
contractions, and I was
Yeah.
able to kind of bear down and get like really into my body more. I found for me, I just let my body tell me what to do, and whatever I was feeling, I just went with it. I will not lie. There was a moment, maybe more than one, that I literally said to myself in my head, what am I doing? Why am I at home? And where are the drugs? Why did I think that this was such a good idea?
Did I say that out loud?
No.
Never?
No, I
Which
don't think
was
so.
only once, honestly. Suggested that we could talk about other options for medication or something. I would
Yeah, I
always say,
don't
no,
know.
I've got this. Like, I knew that I could do it. It was just very, very hard. Mentally,
Hugely
emotionally,
challenging.
and physically, all at once. It was very hard, and I was just working through that. I'm glad that I did, though. When it came time to push, I did get back in the water because at that point the contractions were unbearable. They were so painful, but the water was the most relaxing place for me. And at that point, I was 9 centimeters dilated. I asked not to know how many centimeters I was until it was time to push, pretty much, because I didn't want to feel discouraged at any point. I think it was around probably 11 p.m. I got back into the tub because it was getting to a point where I was starting to have the urge to push a lot
That was
more.
a good
My
call.
midwife called
Not
for the
knowing.
second midwife to
Yeah.
come. I kid you
Like,
not.
hugely.
As
Definitely.
the second
Like,
midwife
let's
came
talk
in,
about that.
Yeah.
I was having a
Not knowing and like the
Like not getting checked and knowing.
not getting checked and like having all of that somewhat redundant information.
Yeah.
What does it really matter? As long as you're progressing and you're not showing signs of anything bad happening, your body's going to do it at the pace that your body's going to do it, right?
And I feel like knowing oh, now I'm at 3 centimeters, now I'm at 4, now I'm at 5. If you're at 5 for like 3 hours or something, that might stress you out and
Yeah.
be counterproductive, right?
Yeah, it's definitely going to stress you out. And if we know anything about stress, it's that literally it is the worst thing for your body, right? It's going to cause you to pretty much do the opposite of what you need to be doing, right? Which is holding back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to like live in the moment and let go and let your body do what it's going to do.
The only intervention I had was when she broke my water for me.
Which that was progression, you know, that is continuing to go in the right direction because your body only broke it part way, right?
Yeah.
And if it went farther, you know, there could have maybe had to have been a different type of intervention.
Yeah.
The pushing part, this is where I'm gonna, I wish I could have words for this. It was the most extremely painful experience of my entire life. At this point, it's been just over a week since I delivered, and I have already forgotten like what the pain was like, but I remember my train of thought at the time. I remember questioning if I could do it. I didn't know if I believed in myself at that time. It was just so extreme, but at the same time, it was just such a euphoric, out of this world experience. My body had taken over and there's nothing that I could do about it. Like, this baby was coming and I just had to trust my body and myself. And between Chad and the midwife, especially, the two of them were just so amazing. They completely encouraged me and told me that I can do this. At one point, I think I looked at them and I was like, I'm too weak, I can't. And then they started laughing at me and they're like, your baby is out. Like, the baby was crowning at this point. They're like, you are doing it. This baby is coming now. My midwife suggested to reach down and feel the crown of my baby's head. And at that point, I knew that it was just the crown of the baby's head.
Did you
and
touch
so
the
when
crown
I
of the
felt
baby's
their
head? I can't remember.
I was like,
no, but I
I'm
could
done
see
doing
it.
this.
I could like see all that stuff. Like, I didn't have the best angle, but I could see
Mhm.
most of it, yeah. So I just want to say, in that moment when you are pushing, watching what she was going through and seeing how she was reacting and all of that kind of stuff, I can say for a fact that your body is medicating you at that moment, and like, you're meant to do that without these extra drugs. Like, your endorphins or whatever are just like raging, so that's like probably making you feel euphoric, but then your body's also producing some type of painkiller, because watching you go through it and then having you get to this point and you being like, I can't do it, I'm too weak, your body is like pouring everything it has into this situation to make it so like you could even talk or like say that kind of stuff in that situation. This whole experience really proved to me what your body is capable of. Like, I'm like push my body as far as I can sometimes in certain situations where I'm like, I can do this. If somebody else can do it, I can do it. And watching her, I was like, damn girl, if you can do this, shit, like, somebody could conquer the world with zero effort. Amazing.
Kind of felt like that in the moment,
It's amazing.
too. It's like,
it really is amazing. Hola, Baba.
hi. You like watching Mummy?
Okay, let's keep going here.
Okay. How was it like seeing me in pain? Was it hard to see me in pain?
This is like different, you know?
Like, you knew I was fine. Like, gonna be fine.
Yeah. Watching you in pain when you broke your foot in Spain, that was more painful than this was.
Yeah, that's different.
Because I was prepared for this. I was just trying to encourage you to...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I know, you're just a little bit stuck, hey? Okay.
So what were you thinking, like, right in that moment?
At that moment, It's actually so funny, like, watching this. I don't feel like I often say the words like, oh my God, right? But it's funny that is not what I'm thinking. Like, in my mind, I'm like, holy f, you know? Like, I'm like, holy shit, like, there's a baby, we got a baby, right? And I'm just trying to stay as calm as possible, and I guess that's like the only thing I could come up with. But even watching this, I'm like,
that's not,
holy f, you know, like, woo! It's exhilarating, it really is. Like, I'm pouring sweat right now, like, I'm like, my body is like going through some crazy stuff, like, let alone what she's going through, right? It's mind-boggling, it really is.
Oh my God. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's a boy. It's a boy, babe. Oh my God. It's a beautiful baby boy.
That's you, Floyd. That's you, buddy.
and so you weren't really surprised?
No, I mean, I'm like, it is a boy, like, but I don't know. You just know.
You did it.
I'm sorry I screamed so much.
Oh, don't be sorry.
And that's the funniest thing ever. You're like, sorry. It's like, who are you saying sorry to? Me? Like,
Yeah. I felt like I was screaming in your
you
guys'
weren't even
ear.
screaming like bloody murder. Like the neighbors,
like
the
it.
neighbors didn't even know. You know, like
Last 5 minutes.
Oh, you can hear
Medusa knows though. She was like, what is my mama going through right now? Like, what is happening? She's freaking out upstairs.
Was that the first time Medusa barked? Like,
Yeah, she didn't even like really bark at the midwife or anything like that. And usually she spaz when people are in the house. But she knew something was going on. And as soon as you were like screaming and then not screaming, she was like, what is happening? Like,
I wonder what Medusa thought.
yeah, I don't even know.
We knew it was a boy the whole entire time. And so baby Floyd Aaron Kozeries was born at 11:46 p.m. on July
You.
21. He weighed 7 pounds, 9.5 ounces, and he was born in our bathtub in our tiny house on wheels. Baby Floyd is waking up.
Let's see what he
Right
looks
now.
like.
Let me
Oh my gosh, look
introduce
how
you.
tiny.
Aww.
Member of our hippie family, baby Floyd.
Just eyes closed, sleeping. You don't do that anymore.
That's the sweetest thing ever.
If you have any questions about it, feel free.
Oh, good burp.
Yeah.
Good burp, baba.
I feel like he's a totally different kid already.
Look
It's
at
been
that
5
little
months and it feels like it's been almost 5 years. He progresses and changes so much every single day. It's been like the most rewarding 5 months of my whole entire life. Yeah.
So
As
baby
we're
number 2.
Going through baby number 2, my humble opinion, you are so capable of anything. I knew that you could do it the whole time. I knew that you were going to do it the whole time. I knew that it was going to be good the entire time. I had no doubts about any of it at all. I know that you experienced something totally different than what I experienced. If you were just breathing and dialed in, you're just doing it.
Well guys, thanks for watching our latest video on our home water birth through Chad's perspective.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was not super hard for me, but I'm definitely not. I'm a little bit more camera shy, I guess is like the best way to put it.
Well, that was really fun
Supporting me,
to
but-
like go through that with you again too. Like I haven't watched this video since like August, so
Yeah, I haven't watched it since
I put it out, right?
you put it out, yeah.
So that was kind of nice to like watch it together.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. If you are new here, go back and watch my home birth.
Yeah, please do.
And subscribe if you want to follow our hippie family and all of the adventures we get up to. We try to put videos out twice a week. Usually we do a Monday Fun Day video and a Thursday video. So we'd love to have you join our little hippie family. As always, I hope that you have a great rest of your day.
We'll have a great rest of our day.
And we will see you in the next video.
Peace out, guys.